Mindfulness, walking meditation with Thich Nhat Hanh. I still remember the first time I tried walking meditation. It was a sunny morning in the park. People were jogging, kids were chasing each other, and I was, well, moving like a slow turtle. At first, I felt awkward. My mind kept saying, "Why are you walking like this? People are staring." But then, something shifted. I noticed the gentle crunch of leaves under my feet, the cool breeze brushing my face, and even the rhythm of my breathing. For a moment, the noise in my head quieted down. That was my first taste of what Thich Nhat Hanh calls peace in every step. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Zen master who inspired millions in the United States, often reminded us that meditation is not just about sitting on a cushion with eyes closed. It can happen while you're washing dishes, drinking tea, or my favorite, walking. He once said, "Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet." That one sentence transformed the way I moved through the world. Suddenly, walking wasn't just a way to get somewhere. It became a way to arrive in the present moment. Walking meditation is deceptively simple, but it's powerful. You don't need incense, special clothes, or a quiet mountain retreat. You just need your feet, your breath, and your awareness. In fact, many American mindfulness teachers, like John Kabat-Zinn and Jack Kornfield, have integrated this practice into their retreats and workshops. It's a bridge between the Eastern tradition and our busy Western lifestyle, something you can practice on a New York sidewalk or along a quiet California beach. Here's the beauty. Walking meditation slows you down enough to actually notice life happening. And when you notice, you connect. You start to feel less like life is rushing past you and more like you are part of it. You might notice the sway of trees, the warmth of sunlight, or even the kindness in a stranger's smile. And that awareness, it has a way of softening your heart and lightening your step. If you're new to meditation, walking can be the easiest entry point. You don't have to force yourself to clear your mind or stop thinking. Spoiler, that never works. Instead, you simply walk, breathe, and pay attention. That's it. The practice meets you where you are, whether you're in a park, at the grocery store, or walking from your car to your front door. In the next section, we'll explore exactly how Thich Nhat Hanh guides us through each step, so you can try it yourself. But before we get there, remember this. Every single step you take is an opportunity to come home to yourself. You don't have to wait for the weekend, a vacation, or a silent retreat. The path is already under your feet. Do you want me to move? How to practice walking meditation, guided by Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh's walking meditation instructions are like poetry in motion, simple words that carry deep meaning. He doesn't tell you to walk in a certain spiritual way. He just invites you to be fully there for each step, as if it's the most precious moment of your life. And honestly, it is. Here's how he teaches it. First, find a place where you can walk without rushing. This could be your backyard, a park trail, or even a quiet hallway in your home. You don't need miles of space, just enough to walk 10 to 15 steps in one direction, then turn around and walk back. The point is not distance. The point is presence. Start by standing still. Feel both feet touching the ground. Take a gentle breath in, then let it out slowly. Notice how your body feels. Are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw tight? Just notice. No judgment. Thich Nhat Hanh often says, smile to yourself. A gentle smile relaxes hundreds of muscles in your face, and it can also relax your mind. When you begin to walk, do it as if you have all the time in the world. Your steps should be natural, not exaggerated, but slower than usual. Match your breath to your steps. You might breathe in for 2 steps, then breathe out for 2 steps, or maybe 3. There's no right rhythm, just the one that feels good for you. With each step, silently say something simple in your mind. Thich Nhat Hanh often suggests, breathing in, I arrive. Breathing out, I am home. Or, in, out. Here, now. These words are not magic spells. They're just anchors, gentle reminders to bring your attention back when your mind starts wandering. And trust me, it will. If thoughts come, let them pass like clouds in the sky. Don't push them away, and don't chase them. Just keep walking. Keep breathing. Notice the pressure of your foot against the earth, the shift of your weight, the swing of your arms. Feel how your body and the ground meet with each step. One of the most beautiful things Thich Nhat Hanh teaches is gratitude in walking. Imagine each step as an act of love for the earth. This is not a metaphor. It's a real physical gesture. When you walk gently, you're saying to the earth, thank you for supporting me. And strangely, when you practice this, you start to feel supported not just by the ground, but by life itself. Many American mindfulness teachers, from Sharon Salzberg to Tara Brach, have shared their own variations of walking meditation. Some add pauses between steps. Some focus on the senses, hearing birdsong, feeling the sun's warmth, smelling fresh rain. But the heart of it always goes back to what Thich Nhat Hanh taught. Walk as if you're already where you want to be. The first few times you try this, it might feel too slow. That's okay. In fact, that's the point. In slowing down your steps, you slow down your mind. And in slowing down your mind, you open a doorway to peace that was always there. You just didn't notice it before. In the next part, we'll explore how to weave walking meditation into your everyday life. Yes, even when you're surrounded by noise, deadlines, and distractions. Because meditation isn't about escaping life. It's about showing up for it. Do you want the most beautiful things about walking meditation is that it doesn't require a special time slot on your calendar. You can blend it seamlessly into the life you already have. Thich Nhat Hanh often reminded us that mindfulness is not something separate from living. It is living. And walking is one of the easiest ways to prove that. Think about your day. You already walk many times without thinking. Into the kitchen for coffee, across the parking lot at work, down the grocery store aisle to pick up the mail. What if even one of those walks became an act of mindfulness? Here's how to start. The next time you're walking to your car, put your phone away. Feel your feet touching the ground. Notice the air on your skin, the sounds around you, the rise and fall of your breath. You don't have to slow down to a crawl, just enough to actually notice what's happening. In the United States, our culture moves fast. We walk with a purpose, usually toward the next thing on our to-do list. But walking meditation invites us to see that the walk itself is part of the destination. When Jon Kabat-Zinn, one of America's most influential mindfulness teachers, talks about stress reduction, he often emphasizes bringing awareness to ordinary activities. Walking to a meeting? That's your meditation. Walking the dog? That's your meditation. Waiting in line? Guess what? You're still walking in place. That counts. Some people worry that they don't have enough time for mindfulness. But walking meditation is the opposite of extra time. It uses the time you already spend moving. You don't have to stop living to meditate. You meditate so you can fully live. Thich Nhat Hanh had a beautiful practice for busy days. Before stepping through a doorway, pause and take one mindful breath. It's like pressing the reset button for your mind. You can do the same before stepping into a new space. whether it's your home, office, or a grocery store. That one breath changes the quality of your next step. And here's a little experiment you can try today. Pick one regular walk, maybe from your front door to your car, and dedicate it to mindfulness for the next week. Don't change anything else, just that one walk. Notice how it feels by the end of the week. Many people find that even this small shift starts spilling over into other parts of life. The truth is, walking meditation in daily life isn't about perfection. Some days you'll remember to do it, other days you won't. That's okay. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, every step is a chance to begin again. Even if you forget for hours or days, the moment you remember, you're already back on the path. In the next section, we'll explore the deeper benefits of walking meditation, not just for the mind, but for the body and heart, backed by both spiritual wisdom and modern science. The benefits of walking meditation, science meets spirit. Walking meditation may feel gentle, but its impact is powerful. Thich Nhat Hanh spoke about it as a way to heal ourselves and heal the earth, and modern science is now catching up to explain why it works so well. The beauty lies in the fact that it benefits the body, the mind, and the heart all at once. On a physical level, walking meditation engages your muscles, improves circulation, and supports balance. While it's not a cardio workout like running, research from the American Heart Association shows that even slow, mindful walking can lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and improve cardiovascular health over time. And here's the magic. It doesn't require pushing yourself to exhaustion. You move at a pace your body enjoys, making it accessible for nearly everyone. On a mental level, walking meditation can be a reset button for a busy mind. Studies at Harvard and UCLA have found that mindfulness practices, including walking meditation, can reduce anxiety, improve concentration, and even rewire the brain's stress response. This happens because you're training your attention muscle. You're choosing over and over to bring your mind back to the present moment. Jon Kabat-Zinn calls it the intentional cultivation of awareness. And the act of walking makes it easier for beginners because your body gives your mind something tangible to focus on. But perhaps the most profound effects are emotional. Thich Nhat Hanh often said that walking mindfully is an act of love for yourself, for others, and for the earth. There's a softness in knowing that each step is a gift you're giving and receiving at the same time. People who practice regularly often report feeling calmer, more patient, and more connected, not just during the walk, but throughout the day. Modern psychology supports this. Dr. Kristen Neff, a pioneer in self-compassion research in the United States, explains that mindful movement can increase feelings of kindness toward yourself. When you slow down, breathe, and simply be, you're sending your nervous system a signal. I'm safe. I'm okay. And when your body feels safe, your heart opens naturally. There's also the grounding effect. In a world dominated by screens and constant notifications, walking meditation brings you back to the sensory reality of life. The sound of leaves crunching, the texture of a sidewalk, the smell of fresh rain. These small details remind you that you're not just a mind floating in worry. You're a living being in a living world. Even American Zen teachers like Jack Kornfield encourage walking meditation for people who struggle with seated meditation. The movement makes it easier to stay engaged, and the rhythm of the steps can be deeply soothing. Plus, you can practice almost anywhere, on a city street, along a quiet riverbank, or even inside your home on a rainy day. In the next part, we'll explore how to deal with common challenges in walking meditation, like a wandering mind, distractions, or the awkward feeling that people might be watching you. Because the truth is, these challenges aren't obstacles. They're actually part of the practice. Do you want me to overcoming common challenges in walking meditation? Walking meditation sounds simple. Just walk, breathe, and be aware. But if you've ever tried it, you know it's not always smooth sailing. The good news is, every challenge you face is part of the practice itself. Thich Nhat Hanh would say that the obstacles are not enemies. They are teachers. One of the first challenges people notice is a wandering mind. You start off focusing on your breath and your steps, but before you know it, you're planning tonight's dinner, replaying a conversation from yesterday, or thinking about your inbox. This is normal. Even seasoned meditators experience it. The key is not to scold yourself for drifting. Instead, when you notice your mind has wandered, simply smile, yes, smile, and bring it back to your feet and your breath. Each time you return, you're strengthening your mindfulness muscle. Another common hurdle is distraction from your environment. Maybe there's traffic noise, people talking nearby, or a dog barking. Rather than fighting these sounds, include them in your awareness. Thich Nhat Hanh taught that mindfulness isn't about shutting life out, it's about embracing it. If you hear a car horn, simply note hearing. If the wind brushes your cheek, note feeling. In this way, distractions become part of your meditation rather than an interruption. Then there's the self-consciousness factor. In America, we often feel pressure to look normal in public. Slowing down your walk might make you worry that people will think you're strange. Here's the truth. Most people are too busy with their own lives to pay much attention. And even if they do notice, you might just inspire curiosity or even admiration. Some practitioners find it helpful to practice in quieter places at first, then gradually bring the practice into busier environments. Another obstacle is impatience. You might feel like walking slowly is a waste of time when there's so much to do. But here's the paradox. The more you slow down, the more time seems to open up. You begin to realize that rushing doesn't actually help you have more time. It just makes you feel like you're always behind. Walking meditation trains you to be fully present with each step, which often leads to a surprising sense of spaciousness in your day. Finally, there's boredom. At first, mindful walking can feel repetitive. That's when it's important to remember that no two steps are exactly alike. The pressure on your foot changes, the air shifts, a bird sings, a cloud passes. If you tune in closely, you'll notice that life is constantly changing beneath your feet. Jack Kornfield, a well-known American meditation teacher, often reminds his students, it's not about getting rid of the difficulties. It's about learning to walk with them. In walking meditation, you're not trying to create a perfect bubble of peace. You're learning to carry mindfulness through whatever the moment brings. In the next part, we'll explore how walking meditation can be practiced in community. Because while it's powerful alone, walking with others can take the experience to a whole new level. Do you want me to continue community, the power of moving together? While walking meditation is a deeply personal practice, something almost magical happens when you do it with others. Thich Nhat Hanh often led group walking meditations at his retreats in the United States, guiding hundreds of people to move together in complete silence. Imagine it, a long line of people of all ages and backgrounds, moving slowly through a garden or across a field, each step gentle, each breath in harmony with the group. The air feels different. The silence becomes alive. It's as if the collective presence magnifies the peace inside each person. In America, where our culture often celebrates independence and individual achievement, practicing mindfulness together can feel revolutionary. There is no competition in walking meditation, no one winning or getting ahead. In fact, the slower you go, the more you are in sync. This is not about reaching a destination. It's about arriving together in the present moment. Thich Nhat Hanh compared group walking to a river flowing gently. Each person is a drop of water, but together we become something larger, something that carries us all. When you walk in silence alongside others, your awareness expands. You begin to sense the presence of the people around you without needing to look at them or speak. Their calm supports your calm, and your calm supports theirs. I remember attending a community walking meditation in California, led by an American mindfulness teacher who had trained with Thich Nhat Hanh. We walked along a forest path in early morning light. The air was cool, the ground soft with pine needles, and not a word was spoken. Yet I felt an unshakable connection to everyone there. It didn't matter that I didn't know their names or life stories. We were sharing something wordless but profound. If you've never tried walking meditation with others, here's how it often works. The group gathers in a quiet spot, perhaps forming a circle. The facilitator offers a short guidance, often inspired by Thich Nhat Hanh's words. Let your steps be gentle. Let your breath be natural. Let your heart be at peace. Then, without a signal beyond the first collective step, everyone begins to move together. The sound of feet brushing the ground becomes like a soft drumbeat, and the shared rhythm carries you along. In Plum Village and other mindfulness centers, group walking often takes place outdoors, weaving through gardens, forests, or open fields. But you don't need a retreat to experience it. Many American cities now have mindfulness groups that meet in local parks, on beaches, or even in quiet neighborhoods. Some meet monthly, others weekly. You can also gather a few friends or family members and simply agree to walk together mindfully for 10 or 15 minutes. One of the most beautiful aspects of group walking is how it naturally fosters compassion. When you walk with awareness, you notice not only your own steps, but also the steps of those beside you. You become sensitive to the pace of others, adjusting so no one is left behind. This subtle act of moving together mirrors how we can live together, with care, patience, and respect. Even in silence, group walking is a form of communication. You're saying to each other, I am here with you. We are part of this moment together. And in a world where so many feel disconnected, that silent bond can be healing in ways words cannot touch. Jack Kornfield has shared that some of his most moving experiences in decades of teaching came from silent walks with his community. It's as if the earth itself is walking through us, he says. We realize we belong, not just to each other, but to the whole planet. Of course, group walking meditation can also be adapted for special moments, family gatherings, workplace wellness days, or community events. Imagine a team at work taking 10 minutes after a stressful meeting to walk together in silence, or a family walking mindfully before dinner. These small shared rituals can shift the mood, create space for connection, and remind everyone of what truly matters. When you walk alone, you discover yourself. When you walk with others, you discover the beauty of shared presence. Both are valuable. Both are necessary. And as Thich Nhat Hanh would say, every step taken in mindfulness brings peace to the world. In the final part, we'll bring everything together with a closing reflection and a gentle invitation to take your first or next mindful steps, while also connecting you with resources from mindfulness to support your journey. Is a beginning. If there's one thing Thich Nhat Hanh taught again and again, it's that peace is not a distant dream. It's available right here, in this very step. Whether you are walking alone at dawn, moving in harmony with a group, or simply crossing your living room, every step can be a doorway into the present moment. We've explored how to begin walking meditation, how to carry it into daily life, the benefits it brings, and the ways to overcome challenges. We've seen how science and spirituality both affirm its power. We've felt the quiet strength that comes from walking in community. And now, it's time to remember. This practice is not about adding another task to your to-do list. It's about transforming the way you already move through your world. You don't have to wait for the right conditions. You don't need the perfect location or an uninterrupted half hour. You can take mindful steps while walking to your mailbox, through the grocery store, or from your car to your front door. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, the miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the earth. And here's the most encouraging part. Every time you forget, you can begin again. Every time your mind wanders, you have the chance to gently return to your feet, your breath, your awareness. Each return is a fresh start. In this way, walking meditation becomes not just a practice, but a lifelong companion, helping you meet each moment with clarity and kindness. If you've never tried it, let your first step be small. Choose one walk today to do mindfully, perhaps the walk to your car, or down your driveway, or around your block. Don't try to make it perfect. Just notice, just breathe, just be. And if you'd like more guidance, stories, and practices to deepen your mindfulness journey, the Mindfulness channel is here for you. It's a space where we explore meditation, mindful living, and the wisdom of great teachers like Thich Nhat Hanh, Jon Kabat-Zinn, Jack Kornfield, and many others. Whether you're brand new to meditation or have been practicing for years, you'll find inspiration, encouragement, and practical steps to bring more peace into your everyday life. The path is already beneath your feet. All that's left is to take the next mindful step. Do you want me to also prepare a short, captivating social media teaser for this whole 7-part series so it's easier to promote your mindfulness channel?